Pisces gang, what to do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message from my beautiful Pisces soul family. Happy birthday, happy birthday. It is still y'all's season. Happy belated birthday to those of you who have already celebrated, and happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating today. Holy angels and spirit guides give us exactly what it is that we need to know, in addition to what we've already got now. Just one card there, okay? One lonesome card. Somebody might be kind of embarrassed. Give us exactly what we need to know in regards to Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is a message of no contact. This is a message signifying someone that you've gone no contact with, what's been occurring since you've been gone, and what they're planning in the future in order to either bring things back together or not, right? We have GPS needed stat. But before we get into that, bars. Your girl got bars. Your girl got bars. Again, I say happy birthday. Shoot me down below in the comments, okay? A little hey girl, hey, let me know what you're doing for your birthday, what you've got planned, what you did do for those of you who have already celebrated. Okay, how are you celebrating yourself? Click the like button. I appreciate those of you who do it every single time. It helps with our engagement and it helps us grow. And if you want to make it official, okay, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Become a part of the team, baby. We would love to have you. We would love to have you. All right, we are a family over here. These messages, again, as I stated, are general. Okay, so take what resonates, leave the rest. You know your people more than I do. Okay, so don't force shit to fit. Cross watchers, you can place yourself where you belong in the storylines, as you are welcome here as well. So just one card, right? I feel like this person, even though there's an exclamation mark on the card, I feel like they are trying to keep a low profile. This is the energy that is present at the initial demise or at the initial initiation of no contact. So whoever initiated the no contact, it doesn't matter. I feel like this person felt a sense of loss immediately. Okay, regardless of how you think they felt, this is how they actually felt. GPS needed to me feels like somebody who feels lost, someone who feels like they don't really know which way to go. There may be a little bit of anxiety there. I'm seeing like panic. I feel like, you know, if you are this type of personality, you need to know what the next step is. Where are you going next? Right? If you're driving, you may get anxiety when you get lost, even though you could just pull over and ask for help, or even though you could just kind of pull over and figure it out. It's like you don't want to get out of the vehicle. You kind of want to keep going. You want to be sure, right? Like you want to know where you're going now. You don't want to be lost. Even if you're in a new city, you don't want to fucking be lost. I feel like this person is kind of all over the place with their energy, in fact. So there is a sense of loss, and there is this identity crisis, if you will. It doesn't matter how long the two of you were dealing with each other. They may have grown strong feelings for you rather quickly. And if you were with each other for an extended amount of time, then that would definitely explain why they feel as though they don't know who they are and they don't know where they're going. Even if this person didn't treat you very well, I still feel like they're kind of at a loss. They never expected that they wouldn't be able to call you. They never expected that they wouldn't be able to talk to you. They never expected that they wouldn't be invited to the cookouts, to your birthday party. They never suspected that you would ignore them, or they never expected that you would just cut them out cold turkey. So they're having a really hard time with that. Okay. I need more time to think, right? They don't really like this space that has ensued between the two of you. I wish I could right my wrong. So I feel like almost immediately, right after the initial response, right, or the initial no contact boundary, there's this sense of loss, right? I do feel like they go through a bit of mourning. For them to say, I need more time to think, or they just need space. They may go into hermit mode. They may have went into hermit mode. They may have stopped like communicating with their family, their friends. There's a bleak sort of energy around them. And I feel like they then start to analyze, right, what things have gone down. They are acknowledging the mistakes that they've made, but they're not necessarily being forthcoming with what they've done. They're just calling it mistakes, right? I wish I could right my wrongs, but they're not really specifying what those wrongs were just yet. Okay, they might, right? I just feel a little bit of remorse. Accountability, slightly. All right, we have soul tie. I always feel connected to you. So this is somebody who possibly thought that the time would never run out, or that you would not disappear, or that you would not cut off contact or leave them without some kind of connection to you because of this quote unquote soul tie. You might be spiritual. So well, of course you're spiritual if you're here. So you know what that that ensues, right? That feels like being emotionally tied to someone even after it doesn't feel good anymore. But you've gotten hip to this person, okay? And you stop accepting lesser than what you deserve. For some of you, it might not have been the worst thing, but you're not accepting any lower value. You're not accepting anything less than what you deserve. So for me to say that, right, I feel like I hope this person is not trying to trivialize their mistakes, because that to me sounded like somebody who would say it wasn't that bad, right? Like it wasn't the worst thing, you know, or bring up examples of what their homeboys or what their homegirls do to their partners and use that as an example as to why you should stay tied to them. Sort of like, I never cheated on you. Yeah, but you talk to me like shit, right? Like I never did this to you. Yeah, but you give me breadcrumbs. Like you don't give effort, or you did this or you did that, or you do cheat. Oh, but I love you, right? I was just fucking them. I was going to get right back, sort of thing. Or it could be a number of things, right? So I hope that's not what you're trying to do, ma'am, sir. Bruh says, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. So we have runner. So this could, of course, been someone that you definitely gave multiple attempts to, multiple tries to, multiple times to get it right, to show up in a certain way. They could have been running from whatever this is that you were asking for in the connection. They thought that they had more time, is what I'm hearing. They either thought that they had more time, or they got so comfortable with the idea that we're soulmates, we're twin flames, or you said that you loved me, or that you said that we were, you know, we were life partners, right? That you see your life with me, that you see your future with me, then I have time, right? I have time to fuck around. I have space and opportunity to just not change, to just not do the things that you're asking for, or to just do whatever the fuck I want to do. It never crossed their mind that this could end tomorrow, that this is ending today. It never crossed their mind. If this person is still dabbling into their toxic traits, then this GPS needed stat is them like, I wish you would have told me, right? Like, because I could have set up somebody, I could have set up another situation before you left. This is somebody who possibly doesn't know how to be by themselves, but that's not all of you, okay? That's just some of you. So we have up in the air, nothing in stone. That's in the reverse. So this person hates that they don't quite know where this is going, right? They feel like maybe you've gone too far, right? Like you're doing the most, that this is drastic, right? It's harsh. They feel like they wish that you would have just kind of left it in limbo. Now, while this person is unclear, you may be very clear about where this is going, where you're going, and where you are, and where you're not going to be. But for some of you, you might still see it for this person, right? I don't want to sound so set in stone. Maybe it's not set in stone for you. Maybe you're just teaching this person a lesson, and that's going to be different for all of you. You know, sometimes you do have to shake shit up. Sometimes you do have to shake a motherfucker and let them know, right? Do something drastic, because this shit could be gone tomorrow. Nothing is ever set in stone until I say it is, right? Like this could be done. This could be finished. This could be over. Okay. My cups can be taken away. My feelings can end for you 2 minutes from now. Watch it. So it's going to be different for all of you. We have love that came out sideways. So this person does feel like the two of you had something real. Okay, they're reminiscing over some of the more authentic times that you had together. Shit wasn't all bad, is what I will say. You have had some good times with this person. Mutual feelings were exchanged. At one point in time, your heart was open to this, and it may have felt very comfortable, something that you could kind of, you know, rest in and kind of get comfy, cozy. This love energy sort of gives me somebody who, it feels like home sort of energy. It changed at some point in time, or you just realized that it wasn't enough. Like, this energy was good for the beginning. You were expecting it to evolve or grow, and it didn't. They were running away from like the actual sustenance that it takes to build a long-lasting connection. This was just the beginning. So they banked on this, right? They banked on the word soulmate, the word twin flame, the idea that the two of you decided that you feel that you want a future with each other, whatever words were used, right? Whatever emotions were put out there that suggested that you were made for each other, or this is a soul contract, right? Because we do have soul tie here. This could definitely be a very spiritual connection, but do you have to end up with your twin flame? No. Do you have to choose a soulmate? No. There's plenty of them out there. I was going to say the phrase, there are plenty of fish in the sea. No pun intended. We are dealing with Pisces. So I feel like you may have other options. You always have other options. You always have another option. But for some reason, this person kind of resonated in this energy and thought that this was enough to get by. They discovered that that is not the case, that that is not the truth, right? They're having all kinds of aha moments and epiphanies in your absence, though, right? The realization doesn't come until it's taken away. The delicacy in which they had attained by being with you, by having a connection with you. I'm not tooting your horn and I'm not propping you up on a pedestal. What I'm saying is when you get together with someone and it feels this good, right? The good times felt great. But once it started to dwindle, it felt motherfucking awful. Hello? The chemistry is not always granted, right? In every connection. You're not always guaranteed that you will mesh well in multiple levels, that you will like each other, right? That you will complement one another. I feel like the two of you had something here that was very unique. I will say that, right? If you don't want to call it love, I'll just call it unique, right? You had something very unique, something that felt mutual and something that felt as though it could be long lasting, but that didn't mean that it would not require work, right? So I feel like this person just kind of subscribes to the idea of if the love is there, then the work doesn't come after that, right? Like nothing should come after that. It should just last. We're perfect. We have a contract. We're together, right? Like that's it. And they fell short in a lot of different areas. So this is someone who now feels like they have a solution to this problem, but I don't see them moving on it just yet. Okay. They do have a fear of upsetting you or getting you to a point where you curse them out or you make them feel low, like nothing. This person is definitely putting a great emphasis on your mouth, how you talk. Okay. And if they feel like you're unattached to them, you're detached or you're cold, they feel like you might, ruin any confidence they're already building up. So they're trying to be kind of strategic about this. Let's see here. This person is kind of questioning whether or not you meant any of the things that you said. Like when you told them that you loved them, or if you told them that you were feeling them, if you told them that they were sexy, like all of the compliments that you gave, all the good times. They're wondering if it was real because you were able to detach. So to them, it looks effortless. Now, in the background, you might be going through it on your own, right? But I feel like you hide it well, or they feel like you hide it well. They can't tell whether or not you're in shambles or if you're like sad about this. I feel like that's something that they would like to know. So there's something about your behavior after the no contact that made this person think maybe it wasn't real. Okay, they felt like you were being aloof, kind of indifferent, unemotional. And that has given them pause. This is why they potentially have been taking so long to say anything or come back towards you, because if you are no longer connected to them emotionally, then they feel like you may say something to them that would break them. Yeah, so there are a lot of unanswered questions that they have or that's going through their mind. Yeah, so this makes total sense. Queen of Swords, right? Like that's that aloof energy. It's not that you're being aloof or non-emotional. You're just being practical and you're being logical. You're thinking with your mind, not your emotions. You're not letting your emotions cloud your judgment, which you may have done in the past, because in this moon card, we have the imagery of somebody falling into an ocean. If you know the tarot, then you know that water, cups, anything that signifies water is about emotions. To immerse yourself in the fucking ocean is to be lost, bitch. It is to be lost in your emotions. You can't really think straight. And it's not that you should not, it's not that you should be emotionless. It's just that sometimes your emotions can cloud your judgment. Sometimes your emotions can get you in a space where you can't see clearly. And sometimes your emotions can have you acting erratically, doing shit that you don't want to do really, but your emotions are guiding you. And just because you're a water sign doesn't mean that you subscribe to that shit. You are multifaceted, right? You are able to step outside of how you feel for someone and look at the facts. Look at the shit that's actually happening, right? Show up with your sword and be ready to fucking cut a bitch. Hello? Or cut a bitch off. Queen of Swords. She's not mean. Queen of Swords in the reverse, this is the type that would curse you out, right? Queen of Swords in the upright is not mean, but she is direct, assertive, kind of aloof. Yes. The emotions, I mean, I'm just talking to you regularly, right? Like, we're not doing that sappy love shit. We're not even bringing that up. We're going to talk about what has been transpiring. We're going to talk about the facts, bitch. And if you say the wrong thing, then I will just cut you off. That is it. Like, yeah, I'm not going to tap into, oh, but I love her. Oh, but I love him. But fuck that. Right? Who cares? Like, not who cares, but for right now, for the time being, that cannot be a part of the decision making. And this person is not really feeling that. This is how they feel like you are affecting things. You are stepping into the Queen of Swords energy. They want you to be the Queen of Cups. They want you to be the King of Cups. They want you to have cups, not swords and pentacles, where you're looking at things logically and unemotionally, because that doesn't benefit the person who wants you to only rely on the fact that we're soulmates. Only rely on the fact that we're in love. You know, what about the love? Only rely on the fact that we have this soul contract, that it's contractual, right? That we have a spiritual connection. They definitely want to be coddled, is what I feel, guys. They want you to handle them delicately. Now, the Queen of Swords, like I said, she's not a bitch. I mean, you know, he's not an asshole, queen or king. Gender doesn't matter. This is just energy, guys. But they are going to keep it a buck. They're going to keep it real. They are going to be a little bit distant from the emotional part, because they're going to only focus on the facts. And to this person, they don't like that. They feel like if you're cold and you're distant or you're detached, they do have a fear of you speaking to them a certain way, or they have a fear of who they are now, meaning the things that they still need to work on. Potentially things that you've been asking them to work on for quite some time. They're just now having the realization that this is a problem. They have the solution, but it might take some time for them to become who they need to be in order for this to work. And if you are the Queen of Swords, then you're going to be able to see right through that. It either is or it isn't. We're not fucking with potential no more. We're not dating potential anymore. We're not falling in love with potential anymore. You might be the perfect match for me, but are you ready for me now? Let's talk about right now. Not what you got to work on later. Not what you think is going to happen later. Not these false promises and hopes that you have for tomorrow or next year, bitch. So what about right now? That's the Queen of Swords. They are terrified of that. So why not just work on yourself, ma'am, sir, brusses? You don't have to do it now. You can work on yourself and just come back when you're ready. There is a fear that you may have moved on by then, though. Okay? You're lovable. They feel like you're a lovable person. There may be somebody that they fear in particular. That's not for all of you. That's just for some of you. A friend or somebody that's been around, sniffing around. I'm hearing that phrase. Somebody's been sniffing around. So they may almost be terrified to wait too long. Otherwise, somebody might scoop you up. Not scoop you up with the ice cream right here. Yeah, like they feel like somebody has like the eyes for you already, and it's been hidden. This is something that they might have seen in a friend that you have around that wants to be more than your friend, or is someone in particular that they have their good eye on. That's only for some of you, not all of you. And you don't even notice it, but they do. They've noticed it, that this person has the eyes for you, that this person likes you more than just a friend. You gotta focus on you, ma'am, sir, brusses. You can't worry about the next bitch. You can't worry about the next guy, the next dude, because you're wasting time. You are wasting time. Not to say that the changes that you make or the growth that you are able to accomplish will provide you with another opportunity with Pisces, because I'm never going to say that, right? Like they all are on their own path. You're on your own path. So that might not even be the case. You need to do it for yourself. Stop focusing out. Focus inward. This is how you got into this situation in the first place. So moving forward, we do have the Lovers, but first we have the Hangman, right? So they are actively trying to view things from another perspective. They've been unable to get you out of their mind. Okay, with the Lovers here, they are thinking about you. They are dreaming about you. They may be talking about you a great deal. They may try to approach things as the King of Swords to match your energy, but what they really feel under the surface is the Lovers card, right? They still feel a strong pull. They still feel a strong magnetism towards you, lots of emotions towards you. I I feel like they're trying to create a space, right? Space between the emotions and the logic, but they're not successful at that. You're better at that than they are. Okay, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Ace of Wands. So they are hoping for a new cycle, and they don't want that cycle to be leading to any forms of friendship. They're not looking for friendship with you. They feel like you can't go backwards. So if you try to offer this person, like, we could just be friends, they don't want to be your friend. So let's pull one card from this, and then we're going to hop over to the extended. Now, with the Lover showing up, there is a choice here, right? I feel like you may have something new already. You may already have somebody new, or you will very soon. But I don't get, even if it's no contact and you have created this boundary and you've decided that you're moving forward, I don't get that this person is walking away easily. Okay, we have dying love here, but it's sideways, right? It's crossing. So they may be refusing reality. It says, I was trying to remain hopeful, but I feel you slipping away. That's crossing. So they are trying to still be hopeful, still be optimistic. It does feel like just a missed opportunity, right? I don't see any major signs of betrayal here. I mean, you can tell me down in the comments if that has occurred. I don't feel that energetically. I feel this is somebody who just missed the boat because they weren't able to step up to the plate. That's all. You know, they just were late. The boat is gone, bitch. It's gone. They're hoping that it's just making a trip and then it's going to turn back around and they can, you know, make the necessary changes and then be able to get on the boat. We have freedom. I want freedom to pursue my own happiness right now. So this is one of their greatest fears, you know, that you are happily single. They do. Okay, so now they are admitting to some of the wrongdoings, right? The arrogance. If I don't get my way, if I don't get what I want from you, then I'll get it from someone else. They may have threatened that, but there's a sense of arrogance that has led to this, that has enabled them to make the necessary changes or be a partner. You unsubscribed from that shit quick, fast. Get my money back. I don't want the monthly subscription, bitch. Get me the fuck out of here. This is all happening in divine timing. They're also acknowledging that they may have triggered you multiple times, that they strategized and pushed your buttons purposefully, okay? And they still weren't able to gain control. So I feel like now they want to do it the right way, but you don't always get to redo that shit. You don't always get to redo it. So let's hop over to the extended. Let's see where this is actually going. I want to know how they actually feel about things now. Okay, have they changed? Have they transformed? Has the transformation been completed? All right, that's the only way it would work. I want to know, have they been involved with other people? That means, have they been fucking around with other energies? That matters. Okay, you can create soul ties in multiple places. And when people start fucking around and laying it low and spreading it wide and then try to come back to that old thing, then they're bringing that energy to you. It's important. We need to know. Okay, have you actually just been focusing on yourself, working on yourself, or have you not been able to be by yourself because you can't even stand your own motherfucking self? Huh? We will see. Okay, I want to know also, are they going to make any moves towards you, and when? What does that look like? Okay, what are the details and what are their intentions behind those moves? We'll also look, like I said, to see have they changed, or would their behavior be any different if the two of you tried again? Is it going to be a different outcome, a different is the relationship actually going to be different in the way that it will be able to have longevity and last? Okay, I want to know what the outcome is if you guys decided to try again, and let's see if it could ever work. Okay, and then I'll also look to see what the outcome is if you go in the opposite direction, because you do have another lover here, somebody who's new, very spicy. This one, it might be a Gemini, the new one coming in. And we'll also get some advice, okay? I might pull a little Ask the Universe reading also. So without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.